There has been one good thing to come out of this pipeline fight, and that is an unprecedented collaboration between groups across this country. We have an incredible mixture of friends in this room that we've worked very hard with and we've come to know. And we are very grateful for those friendships and those collaborations. One of our partners is Otsego 2000, and to speak on behalf of Otsego 2000 is Nicole Dillingham.
Thank you all, and thank you for the very heartfelt comments of the landowners. I'm here on behalf of Otsego 2000 to say we stand in solidarity with you and with the others, and you will not fight this fight alone. I think you can tell by the emotion in the room that there are many who feel that way, and I think we have to join together because people can't fight this on their own. It's not possible. So on a personal level, I think this pipeline is devastating. I think it's devastating to the people who have built their lives here. Environmentally, it is tragic as well. This pipeline, and I'm referring now to NED and the Constitution pipeline, will traverse thousands of acres of pristine forests that have heretofore been completely protected. And it is simply unconscionable to consider that this is the only route that could have been selected for the Constitution pipeline. And now, adding insult to injury, they decide they're going to build a second pipeline there. I mean, it's beyond comprehension, really, that this is what is being considered by our government. And then let me just briefly comment on the legal aspects which have been brought up here. Our battle is first and foremost with FERC, but FERC is far away, and they admit quite readily that they're just here basically to approve these projects. They do a cursory environmental review, but they're not really interested in following the niceties of true environmental regulation or review. Their Commissioner has so stated. She believes that's an EPA issue, and they're really just here to approve these projects. But it isn't just FERC. It is also our DEC. Our DEC must protect New York. Why are they doing that? I don't know if there are representatives of the DEC in this room, but they ought to be here. We are being inundated. We are ordinary citizens. Some of us are engineers, some of us are scientists, some of us are lawyers, some of us are organizers. But fundamentally, we are not here, we are not being paid to do this work. We are doing it for the love of this state and this land. And our DEC should stand up and defend us, and they can do it. They can review the issues. And then let me just say that the courts cannot continue to ignore these issues. First of all, I think what happened with the eminent domain proceeding was improper. I have to respect the law. I'm a lawyer fundamentally, and I have to accept the decision. But had we had the funds to appeal that decision, we would have appealed that decision. It is not right that people's land would be taken now while the DEC permits have still not been granted. I mean, that is just common sense. Don't say we're going to start building, you're going to be restricted from what you can do with your land when the DEC has not yet acted, which just brings me back to the DEC. Act, do something to protect your citizens. But further, I believe FERC itself is violating the law. These pipelines, if there ever was an example of projects that are integrated, interrelated, they must be reviewed cumulatively. FERC has been told this just recently by the DC Circuit in an action brought by Riverkeeper. The decision was issued in June of 2014 in a case involving the Tennessee gas pipeline. Why is it that FERC is not following the law of the DC Circuit and NEPA and reviewing these projects cumulatively? How can they possibly be considered independently? It makes no sense. I know that I gather from the reactions of the people here, you understand that very well. We have to continue, we have to raise the funds, we have to find the lawyers. We must continue this battle with FERC in the courts, with DEC in the courts, and we will. So thank you all for hearing that.